I truly believe this series of videos should be called Annie and Her Wild Sweatshirts. If you are a Gilmore Girl fan, please leave me a comment down below. And bonus points for you if you are Team Logan. Yes. Ahoy mateys, I'm Annie, and I became a Canadian citizen in 2025. But, that's just the end of the story. It started way earlier, back in 2017. Oh gosh! So it was June 2017, and me and my husband, we were sitting on the floor of our friend's apartment, and we were drinking tea and just chatting, and all of a sudden we just went like, let's move to Canada. So yeah, that sounds simple. Simple sentence, but between that tea in 2017 and January 2025, when we actually became citizen, oh geez, so much stuff has happened. And this video is about it. So if you're interested, stay here and let's chat. Sometimes when I reflect on the story of our immigration from Kazakhstan to Canada, I think that if I would have known from the start everything I would need to go through, probably I would have dropped that idea from the very beginning, But I didn't know. Lucky me. It's not to discourage you, it's just to tell you a real true story, how it really happened. And sometimes I think it's better not to know the future, just to clearly see your next step, and this step after that, and the other step, just one by one, little steps, and eventually you'll get there, but you don't have to see the whole road ahead. So that's, I guess, fancy moral of this story. So first things first, when we decided that we need to go to Canada and settle there, we needed to, learn the language. In Kazakhstan, we speak Russian and Kazakh. In Canada, we have official languages like English and French. Obviously. I knew English pretty well. I spoke English pretty well by the time we decided to immigrate, but my husband didn't. He passed IELTS 7 times. He had to undergo the exam 7 times. I passed mine from the first attempt. Sorry, babe. And while he was buried in his prep books and all that jazz, I started learning French after passing my IELTS exam. I love French, no offense, but that was a little bit too much of a pressure and an urgent matter I should have taken care of, in addition to all the others. Apart from learning languages, we started traveling to New Brunswick information sessions. These sessions were held by the province of Canada, New Brunswick, and by government to, back in the day, they were giving you additional points in express entry immigration Canadian system, so you can, get more points and kind of go through their selection process, get a nomination from the province, and, eventually get a permanent residence. So, of course, these provinces did not hold their information sessions so precious for us in Almaty or anywhere in Kazakhstan. We had to travel to Kiev, to Vietnam, and to Singapore. All that in the span of 1.5 years, because each session was held only once in 6 months. Yes, that's a complicated math over here happening. The third one actually worked, the one that was held in Singapore. But, the door to apply suddenly slammed shut, and it hasn't been opening ever since, so we kind of lost our chance and we didn't get into, that last wagon or whatever. So then one day, it was the end of October, I guess, 2019, I just lost it. I remember I just wrote a LinkedIn message to a New Brunswick immigration officer, the one that was attending the information session in Singapore, and I don't remember what exactly did I write him, but it was something desperate, I don't know if that worked. or not, but we actually got an invitation to apply the next day, and I cried. I cried so hard because I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy. Guess what? Plot twist. My husband's good IELTS expired. It expired. I do not know why I didn't check that before writing that desperate message. I have no idea. But it expired and we could not use that invitation to New Brunswick. Yeah, I was a mess. I know. I was trying my best, okay? Plot twist again. We got a lot of plot twists in this story. You know, that's how immigration works. One of my older friends said once, the immigrant should suffer. And that's exactly what we did. So the day after that unlucky, if you can call that unlucky, invitation to New Brunswick, we got an invitation to the province of Saskatchewan. And that wonderful prairie province, they were happy enough with my good IELTS, and we didn't need Dima's, my husband's IELTS. So of course we went all in. Yeah, we were happy. We were happy like through the roof. It was the moment of glory, the moment of it all finally came together. It all finally worked out, And, well, it did. And that thing with visualization, meditation, and the law of attraction kind of thing. So I was seeing myself happily holding in my hands the passport with Canadian visa. I thought that very mental picture is the equality of success of I won, I did it. Because I got a passport, I got a visa. What could have gone wrong? Guess what? COVID. And who would have thought that having a valid passport and having a valid visa, you still couldn't be able to board the plane to the country of your dreams? This was wild. This was devastating. I guess back in that time, during COVID, lots of horrible, unimaginable things just came to reality. And we all had to handle this to the best of our abilities. And I got that visa. And I just looked at it, getting closer and closer and closer to the expiration date, and there was nothing I could do. And that's in my character, I am the kind of person who goes all in, who pushes through, who can make tables turn, no matter what. But this situation just got my hands tied. Nevertheless, once Europe kind of opened its borders, we tried to sneak, and we booked a flight from Almaty to Amsterdam, and we were hoping to get on the plane from Amsterdam to Toronto. I don't know what we were hoping for. I guess like those stories of those successful people who actually managed to sneak through like that inspired us. And we did it. And we were denied boarding in Amsterdam. It was March 2021, and I still got that boarding passes somewhere in my drawer. I keep them, the boarding passes, Amsterdam, Toronto, and the flight agent just wrote with her hand the words "not allowed." So we got back to Kazakhstan, devastated, absolutely devastated. I guess I need to take this because it's weird that thing just appears, out of nowhere. So I'm picking that up. Weeks passed. For the first time in my life, I was not happy about the summer approaching because, our visa was set to expire in June. And June meant we had to probably start everything all over again. And I was so not sure I'm ready to go through that immigration loop again. It took us years, and it would have taken us years again. And then, exactly 1 week before our visa expires, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau went live and said, Canada opens its borders. Jeez, I screamed so loud. I was like, Dima! This is my husband. Dima, we're flying! And he was like, you are insane. We're not gonna pack our whole life in suitcases in a week. Well, we did. 4 suitcases. One of them full with my Invisalign caps. I started my treatment in December, so like 6 months before our flight. And that was done because I was promised that I will be able to continue my treatment in Canada. So that's what I did. I will tell that story to curious people later on because you probably have noticed that right now I'm wearing braces, not Invisalign. But yeah, back in the day I had suitcases full of those caps and, the airport agent was kind of surprised, but what can you do? We flew out one day before our visa expiration. We landed in Toronto in June 2021. We went through a mandatory quarantine. Well, COVID, remember? So we were permanent residents and provincial nominees. So after that quarantine, we went straight to Saskatchewan to start our life there and to settle there. And that's where our son was born. And it was totally unexpected. Not that I don't know how children are made. It's just my, doctor in Kazakhstan proclaimed me not being able to have children. So it was, magical Canadian soil, I guess. And then after a year and a half, we packed again and we moved to the other province, Nova Scotia, to Halifax to live by the ocean, where we live to this day. And over here we became citizens. We never left Canada after landing. We had to live 3 years straight in the country before applying to citizenship, which means in June is a magical month, don't you think? It's magical month. I love June. Junes are cool. So in June 2024, we applied for citizenship. In August, we passed our citizenship test. And fast forward January 2025, we finally became Canadian citizens. And our son probably held a breath of relief, that he doesn't have to live with immigrants anymore. It's a joke. It's a joke, right? I know people could understand that's wrong. But yeah, I'm not only joking. It's a joke. What do we have in numbers? Like 8 IELTS exams, 3 different countries, 4 years, 4.5 actually. Quite a number of plot twists per chapter and just a wild amount of money. And somehow nobody ever talks about it because we're not speaking just about the money that you are required to hold on your bank account to be able to apply for Canadian permanent residence. And but we are here and we could have never been happier. That's a crazy story, quite a long one. And if you're interested in any specific parts of it, please leave a comment below. I would love to chat. Every immigration story is different and pretty unique. So if you're also immigrated somewhere, share your experience and share your wild stories and plot twists. I'd love to hear them. Thank you for being here, for watching till the end. Please like and subscribe because I love telling stories and I will keep doing so. So see you soon.